Yo, my show's on!
Who will win?
What's a Fibonacci? Anyways, that doesn't matter, cause I know that my good grower slams whatever that is. Hold on, bro. Let me skip to the good part. What? How did that thing win? It's not fair! It's not fair! It's not fair! Hi, I am and this is what I look like if you didn't know, and this is an educational video about the Fibonacci sequence. So let's get the show on the road. So, the Fibonacci sequence is a sequence in which each number is the sum of the two preceding numbers, in which we'll get more into that later. Leonardo Pisano Fibonacci was an Italian mathematician who was born somewhere around 1170s. The Fibonacci sequence first appears in his book Liber Abaci, where it is used to calculate the growth of rabbit populations. He discovered the sequence by posing the question, if a pair of rabbits is placed in an enclosed area, how many rabbits will be born there if we assume that every month a pair of rabbits produces another pair and that rabbits begin to bear young 2 months after their birth. Okay, so imagine this. Okay, before we start, we must assume these rules. You may pause to read if you want. Now that we're done with the rules, let us now continue on what we were supposed to imagine. Back to imagining. At the first month, we only have a pair of newborn rabbits. As you can see, they cannot reproduce as they are both young. Now, let's skip time to the next month to see some results. Now, here we are at the second month. The initial pair of rabbits are now adults. We will be able to see some major changes in the following month. Let's skip time once again. Here we are at the third month. The rabbits would now reproduce. Thus we have two pairs, one pair of adults and one pair of children. Let's skip time once again for the next month. In the fourth month, the initial pair produces another pair, and now we have three pairs now, two pairs of adults and one pair of children. Let us skip time once more to see the changes. In the fifth month, the initial pair and the rabbits from the third month reproduce their pairs, in which we now have 5 pairs in total, 3 pairs of adults and 2 pairs of children. The list could go on, but that would make the video much longer. Goodness, that's a lot of rabbits. We're done imagining. Anyways, fun fact about the Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci wasn't the first to know about the sequence, as India has already known about it hundreds of years before. It was called Matrameru in India. Yes. Here's some more pictures of what you can correlate with the Fibonacci sequence. Notice something? Well, that's right. The golden line that you see here is what we call the golden ratio. The golden ratio is a special number approximately equal to 1.618. And now that we're done with the general information, let us now begin with the computation part. Ooh, scary. But you shouldn't worry about it too much, as it is actually very simple. This is the formula that we will be using. Honestly, you could actually do this manually, but that would take you a lot of time unless you memorize it, which is not really a necessity, since, we have the formula over here. I mean, if you really wanted to do it manually, you could, as we all start with the Fibonacci sequence, we all start at 0. And with number 1, anyways, remember that part where I said we would get more into that later? This is the part where we get more into it. Now, this is the two preceding numbers, 0 and 1. 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. Now we forget about it, now we have the two preceding numbers, the second addend and the sum. We add both of these and we get 2. Now we have the two preceding numbers, once again, 1 plus 2, 3. And then 2 plus 3, 5. 3 plus 5 is equals to 8. 5 plus 8, 13. 8 plus 13, 21. And the list goes on and on and on, and infinite. I didn't want to complete this because that would take me a lot of time. So, yeah, let's just do the computation part. That would be very more easy to do and much more quicker, honestly.
And so we continue to the part where we solve it on a whiteboard. I recommend using a calculator as it makes the process quicker. The good part about this formula is that the only thing that you will change is the n. Here, here, and here. Because it is based on what term of the Fibonacci sequence that you are trying to find. Let's try to find the 13th term of the Fibonacci sequence. First of all, we would have to rewrite the entire formula. And switch the n term with the number that you are trying to find, which is the 13th term of the Fibonacci sequence. Now that we are done writing the formula with the number of the term that we are trying to find, we would now have to input this onto the calculator. Now that we are done solving the upper part, we will now have to divide it with the lower part. And as you can see, the 13th term of the Fibonacci sequence is 233. And as you can see in my Minecraft construction, you can see that this number is, in fact, the 13th term of the Fibonacci sequence.
And that is all that we have for this lesson today. I hope you learned something. Peace out.